What's up, everybody? Or anybody? Anybody that's out there? Hello? 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 Dick to the blades. What's up, buddy? Trying to make it to where I can see the chat while I'm sharpening. This little live thing's finicky. There we go. I can kind of see it. Now I can't really see the screen. Hello, dear Cole Foster. Chris Warris, what's up, buddy? Addicted to Blades too, sir. Hope y'all having a good Sunday. I got to sharpen a couple of knives from some people at work, so I was going to make a little live out of it. Hope everybody had fun in the live yesterday. I know I did. It was a good time. Pretty good time. Good stuff. Alright. So, this is a Civivi Elementum. I think I did a review on this one. I don't know if I did or not. Now that I'm thinking about it, man, I should have done that. Maybe I'll do that before I get it back to him. I sold the guy this night, but I think it was before I had a channel. So anyway, D2 on the steel on this one. This is kind of an older Elementum. It's not the button lock. It's not the version 2. It's not the one that's like the gravity knife. I guess you'd say the original Elementum. I don't know how many more different versions they've done. I used to have a book on all the knives I would sharpen. I'd write the angles down. What's up, Ryan Dye? How's it going, buddy? Chris Warris, getting ready for the road tomorrow. Thoughts on We Nefarious? Man, that thing looks really cool. I've never gotten to handle one. I know every knife reviewer that I watch anyway, all the ones that I watch, Metal Complex, Nees, even Lefty, and Duty's Daggers, everyone that I can think of off the top of my head with the Nefarious that have experienced it really like it. And I think Lefty was not wanting to like it, but he ended up liking it. So seems to be a pretty good knife. I don't know. I think you can get them at Deadwood Knives right now. Probably get them in a bunch of places. I don't know how in stock they are. What's up, Kathleen Smith? Oh, you just bought JD for EDCs? Awesome, man. Yeah, I'd love to check one out one day. Definitely can't afford that right now, you know. It's like, well, I think, what they run at, like around $350 or something? 300 or 350 for We Nefarious. But from what everyone says, Ryan, or no, was that Ryan? Chris, from what everyone says, Chris, that they're an awesome knife, you know. That's my take on it anyway. It looks really cool. Got a really wicked look to it, and from what everyone's saying, it is an awesome knife. Alright, so that is right about the right angle, I'm thinking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap it out and drop the grit. We'll go down to down to 140. 300 would probably do it, but I'm gonna go down to 140 just to make sure I'm taking enough metal off. 308, that's awesome, man. Oh, you picked it up for 225. Hell yeah, bro. It's a good deal. Out of the user knives you currently own, if you could have only one for EDC, which would you keep? Man, that is hard to say user knives, man, the Shaman. I've got a S30V Shaman. I absolutely love it. Shoot, the Griptilian, my 550 Griptilian, that thing is badass, you know, and those are only around 130 or 140 or so right now. I got the one with the sheep's foot. And clearly, you know, if you look at it, I'll show you the blade. I've definitely used the heck out of this thing, you know. You know, for a lot of people, uh, you know, 150 is like a crazy Grail knife, and for some people, 150 is like, you know, ultra cheap. You know, I mean, it just depends on who you are, how much money you guys spend, what you're looking for. But of the knives that I actually, you know, use, some of my favorite users, I think that I would have to either go with the Shaman or that 550 grip. But you could probably get two of those 550 Griptilians for the price of a Shaman. What's up, Marco? So hopefully that answers your question, Major Powell. If you're looking for something cheaper, let me know. You know, there's definitely a lot of good users that are cheaper than that. But that's, you know, I mean, you're paying 130, 140 ish around there for an all-American made. You know, probably the last Benchmade, I would say, that's reasonably priced. You know, I mean, everyone can argue that point, but you know, for S30V. And what you're getting, a good reliable work knife, I think they're priced out pretty good, you know, myself. So anyway, let's hit that like button. Appreciate that, Ryan. So it's a little Civivi Elementum with a D2. I said earlier, trying to put a little edge on it for a buddy at work. I used to own this one. I might do a review on it. I used the heck out of it when I had it, and still in great condition when I sold it to him, and he's used the heck out of it. So it's a really good knife. Nothing flashy about it, you know, kind of classic knife shape knife, you know. Elementum is, you know, one of the most basic knife shapes you can get. But, I mean, it works pretty good. Definitely got a burr on there. Flip her over like that. Logan B, what's up, Logan B? Trying to trade for a Shaman right now. What you got to trade, Logan? I got S30V Shaman. And I try to stay away from trading any of my Spydercos, but I mean, for the right knife, you never know. Got just a regular S30V Shaman that's got the Lynch Northwest deep carry clip on it. And then I've got a 15V Shaman, which I'll never trade that. It's got the Met & Boss oil slick titanium scales on it. Stella's coming on soon. I think she comes on in about 45 minutes. So I'm not trying to cut into her time at all. I'll probably be listening and lurking, watching her while I'm doing some other videos. Definitely got a burr on there. Alright. So, flip it over. Lanyard Band, what's up, buddy? Ant. What's up, Ant? Joe Isabella in the shop too. Oh yeah, bro. Appreciate you watching. Um, yeah, I asked because I'm currently debating between PM2 Salt, Manic Stew, and a Shaman. I own smaller EDC knives, mainly like Para 3 and Sage 5, but I feel like getting a bit bigger EDC knife now. Out of the Manics 2, the PM2, and the Shaman, to me, the Shaman is my favorite, but everyone's different. You know, I did a battle video of those if you want to check it out, Major. I got that battle video listed in my playlist on my channel. If you want to check that out, kind of like just some comparisons between them. But of those, to me, my favorite's the Shaman, but the Shaman is, again, a solid $100 or so more expensive. You know, if you worry about price, that is a factor for sure. Custom PM2 with lava flow, carbon scales, and tie scales, and CPM S30. What's up, Jason Carl? How's it going, buddy? Thanks for coming. PM2 Salt. Yeah, I got one of those too, Chris. I mean, hey, the PM2 Salt's awesome too. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Matter of fact, give me a second and I'll show you the one I got. But the PM2 Salt is an awesome knife. It is slicey. That Magna Cut, you know, everybody talks about the Magna Cut being ran soft or whatever. But I can tell you, I've got the Native 5 lightweight Magna Cut. I put some applied weapon stick scales on. And I've got the PM2 Salt Magna Cut. And I can tell you the Paramilitary 2 Magna Cut definitely has lasted. You know, it's held an edge pretty good. I don't know if they heat treated it higher or what. Give me just a second, I'll get it out. So that one's the PM2. I got the blacked out one with the DLC coat, and I've used this one a pretty good bit, man. And this is like a slicing machine. Awesome knife. That Magna Cut hadn't let me down yet on there. Smelly knuckles. Tie pocket clip. That's so sexy. You can see it in the Discord. If you're interested, TKE, I'm willing to add on top for a Shaman. Do you have any work tough gear, knives, or TRC? What's TRC? I don't have any work tough gear. Oh man, you talk about a beautiful knife. Check out. Alright, just put that one down. Let me put this stone on here before I lose my train of thought. Check this thing out, man. Lanyard Band, if you're watching. Lanyard Band. This is his knife. He sent it to me. I just got done with a scale swap on it. It's a MSI. A Microtech MSI with brass scales. And this thing is a beast, man. This thing, it's 10 ounces. It is heavy as shit. This thing, it weighs a good bit. But look at those beautiful brass scales. That's awesome. You know, and that's gonna, I'm pretty sure, form a patina over time. But that thing's a beast, man. Got the original goat brass scales on it. Definitely had some issues swapping it out. The biggest issue I had, as you can see, that pivot screw is stripped a little bit. I couldn't get it out of the pivot barrel. Now it's tightened up, but yeah, I definitely stripped out a T20 screw, which is insane, you know. I tried a few different things. Y'all see the video on it if you're watching tomorrow. I got to edit it this evening, and I'll have it posting up tomorrow. But I did the scale swap video on it. I had to cut out at one point, you know, try a few different things, but it turned out pretty good, I think. I mean, other than that, you know, turned out really good. That one's not stripped. That one stayed tight inside the pivot barrel, so it doesn't affect anything really with the knife. It's just, you know, if you look really hard, you can notice right there where it's kind of stripped out. But that is it, man. Really good. Let's see. It does kind of, you'll notice, kind of like a reverb. Has a little bit of a reverb when opening and closing. But it's pretty awesome. Got a back spacer there. Dead centered, man. I was pretty proud. You know, it's still a little bit stiff, but I mean, clearly I can open and close it with, you know, with one hand. Centered up pretty good, you know, I think. No blade play. Solid as a rock. Left, right, up, down, no, you know, no blade play at all. So that is Stephen Weigel, aka Lanyard Man's Microtech MSI. 10 ounces, Logan beef. Yeah, it looks really good. Have an Arcane Abyss up for trade. Ghosted Damascus kit on it. That sounds cool, Josh Branson. Fixed blades are for real male animal, but flippers and ballerina knives are for woman, female. Major Powell, welcome to the Knights, buddy. Hell yeah, man. Appreciate it. There's your Cracker Jack clicker. Appreciate you. Thanks for joining. I want my money back for your services. Oh, man. I guess I can give you a refund, which is 0. Smelly Knuckles, I carry both every day. What's up, Crazy Roach? Lanyard Man, I'll be adding my signature brass. Little things in the way there. Brass bullet bead to up the weight. Yeah, there you go. But man, this thing, I think it turned out great, man. I mean, it looks good. You know, other than the stripping out of the pivot on the right hand side, which like I said, it didn't, luckily, it didn't back out of that pivot barrel any. You know, I had channel locks with a cloth on them on the pivot barrel, holding the pivot barrel. And I had a drill, a freaking drill with a T20 in it, which is what that is, with all my weight on it, trying to slowly back it out, and it didn't do it. It just stripped that out, which is insane. It's a red Loctite. Like this side I got out, it was wanting to strip, but I got it out. But the other side stripped out. But this, putting it back together, wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. The ram block wasn't that bad, and I think it turned out like gorgeous, man. That thing looks really good with those brass scales on it. What's up, Nees Knives? Got a celebrity in the house, y'all. Jared from Nees Knives. How's it going, man? Pretty much learned everything that I know about sharpening from that dude right there, and don't let my sharpening reflect his sharpening, because there's still a lot that I have left to learn. But Jared, in case you guys don't know, is a master sharpener, hand sharpener. You know, he uses fixed angle systems too, but do enjoy watching his videos. And if you're not subscribed, which you probably are, if you're in the knife community at all, you probably subscribe to Nees Knives, but go check Jared out, man. Jared's awesome. You don't have to be good, just have to try. Yeah. I was telling, I don't know if you're in here just now, Jared, I was swapping out this one, the scales on it, man. It turned out pretty good. Like, it looks good, looks great, but I stripped out the damn pivot screw. They use red Loctite on these. Luckily I didn't back it out any, so I had channel locks on the pivot barrel itself, and I had a freaking T20 with my fat ass weight on it, slowly trying to back it out, and it stripped with a T20, which is nuts. You know, it's not like a T6 or even a T8 or a T10. I mean, it's a big ass screw. But I was able to get this thing back together. I think it turned out pretty good with the original goat scales. This is Lanyard Man's knife. It's going back to him, but was pretty proud of that. Spent the last hour and a half or so messing with that thing. Yeah, hey, like Logan B said, man, if you somehow have made it this far in the knife community and haven't subbed to Nees Knives, definitely go check him out, man. Nees is awesome. Awesome dude. Got a ton of content, a lot of great videos. I have actually hand wrote down his final grit guide. He did a video on what final grit to use on what steel, and I copied it by hand, and I have it in a chart. You know, I use it to refer to when I'm sharpening a lot of times, you know, because a lot of times when you get to a final grit on a knife, it can become super skatey. You know, a lot of people love those Instagram edges, those mirror edges, which look great, you know, but if you get, you know, on the wrong steel, if you get that high mirror polish on there, it'll start being skatey pretty quick. It really surprised me the first couple times I encountered it, and then I saw Nees' video on it, and I was like, oh, I mean, that explains a lot. Yeah, you nailed it, Crazy Roach, for sure. You can literally watch Nees and learn anything you need to know about sharpening. That's how informative it is. And the way he does his videos, you know, I mean, I'm not trying to talk him up or whatever because he's here. I'll do it when he's not. But the way he does his videos is awesome. You know, I mean, it's put together really well. The editing, the lighting, all that stuff, man. Yeah, so that's like me copying down in my shitty handwriting Nees' you know, by steel final grit chart, which on this one D2 he's saying 600 grit final, so that's what I'm going with on this one. But yeah, you can check out his video on that and a lot of other cool stuff. And I mean, the dude's got some badass looking knives coming out right now, a bunch of different designs. I think he's got like 5 of them, maybe 5 different designs coming out, something like that. And then he's got one with he's got the Felon, the Verdict, the Misdemeanor. Got some really cool looking knives. So pretty much starting out my channel, I started out watching Jared Nees, Metal Complex, and Nick Shabazz were the main 3 that I started watching, and kind of got me into the habit or hobby, whatever you want to call it. I need the Misdemeanor. Yeah, Misdemeanor, it looks pretty neat, man. Lanyard Man says, sure wish Nees knives were lefty friendly. Cough. Alright, we are going, this is 600, so this will be the final grid on this one. Again, this is the Elementum, so VB Elementum and D2. The original Elementum. Of course, I forgot to put the stop on there. Always got to put the stop on there. Helps prevent a lot of those micro scratches. I was talking with somebody, a guy that works for KME. He does like the marketing and stuff with KME. He sent me a message on Instagram after seeing one of my terrible sharpening videos, and we were talking back and forth. And I was asking, I was like, so how do I stop or prevent those little micro scratches, you know? And he told me, well, to use the stop. And I was like, the stop? No, but I mean, what's that got to do with anything? Well, sure enough, I started using the stop. and got a burr on it. I started using the stop, and shortly after that, I didn't get any more micro scratches. And what I'm talking about with, let me see, I got a good example of it over here somewhere. With the micro scratches, if you look at the penguin here, you can kind of see if I get it in the right light. See those little tiny scratches going up by the edge? Not so much on that side, but definitely on this side. A lot of those little micro, I stonewashed this myself, but I sharpened it after I stonewashed it, and I didn't have the stop on it. See those little micro scratches kind of going up like that? That's what I'm talking about. And not so much that I care as much for mine, but if I'm sharpening somebody else's stuff, you know, and they don't straight up tell me, look, this is a beater or a user, and even if they do, I try not to mess other people's stuff up. A lot of times I'll use this Captain tape, which I learned from that Nees guy on YouTube. Captain tape works pretty good. You can get it on Amazon. Also masking tape, use that. Just a little piece of my limited knowledge there for you. With the KME, same story with the TS Prof or any slide rod system. You know, you can't keep coming off the stone and expect not to get those micro scratches on it. 3 months it'll be done. Awesome, dude. Hell yeah. I didn't realize how big it was, so I'll put it next to a pair of 3. Is that the Rat 1, Rat 2 or 1 in there? That is, Logan, that's the Elementum. That's the original Civivi Elementum. The TS Prof, I find, is better for larger knives. Like if I use, if I'm sharpening like a big fixed blade or a kitchen knife, or pretty much anything over 3 inches, you know, I would prefer the TS Prof over the KME. But for smaller stuff, especially if you're dealing with like an old timer, or check for the burr, if you're dealing with like an old timer or a case, you know, KME works better, I find. They've got an attachment called the penknife jaws, a little bit more narrow jaws you can put on here. I've got that. This is the regular jaws, but the penknife jaws, they help out a lot whenever you've got like a more narrow blade, for sure. Flip her over. Alright, 600 grit final, D2. See if it'll cut paper now. Before it wouldn't cut anything. And usually I'll finish with a strop, hand strop it. Let me get that paper out here. Pretty good. All right. Yep. Cuts through it pretty good. It probably helps if I don't hold the paper at a shitty angle when I'm trying to cut it. All right. End up snagging it right there on that choil, you know. But yeah, it is slicey. Slices through paper. Old boy uses it for a work knife. He's not looking for like a mirror or anything like that. Sharpen this one, I don't know, 3 times, I guess. And I got some, if you haven't used it, Knife Shield. This stuff works pretty good. KPL makes it. That's what I usually put on there. When I sharpen somebody's knife, I usually try to clean it, you know. I don't totally disassemble it or anything like that unless they ask me to, but I usually try to at least kind of clean the gunk and stuff off of it, you know. What's up, Neil McKenzie? Ron Dobbins, how's it going, man? My EDC for today is a Pinier Mula and Devo Mash and Vanguard Cheetah. That's awesome, buddy. Mr. Eddie let me borrow his Pinier up in here somewhere in this amazing pile of knives that I had to review. Pretty cool looking knife. Nice little jig titanium kind of inlays there. It's the, what do you call it, the Alacron, I think is this one. Beautiful knife, man. And he put some skiffs in it, so it's running on skiffs. Perfect action, man. This is a really nice knife. That's my only experience with Pinier, is Mr. Eddie. As a matter of fact, Mr. Eddie let me borrow some of his more exorbitant collection as my only experience with a lot of super expensive knives. So thank goodness for him. Just needs a little strop, yeah. I'm gonna get to the Rat 2, which is this one. That'd be my last one that I'm sharpening. Just wanted to do a quick little sharpening video, live, whatever. So we're gonna go with the Rat 2 now. This one is in, I think this one's AUS 8. Is it? No, this is the D2 one. This one's in D2. And it is definitely a user, as you can tell. Center this thing up here. What's up, Gons? Hell yeah, man. Gons is in the house. How's it going, buddy? You're telling me that isn't a Black Rat? Yeah, it's a Black Rat. This is an Elementum. It's a BB Elementum. And this is the Ontario Knives Rat Model 2. Black Rat. But yeah, you can tell, looking at that one, definitely got some use out of it, right? We'll do a little Sharpie trick. Mark the edge. I think this one's skint back at like a 17 degree on this one, I believe. Everybody's saying, hey, chilling like a villain. Hell yeah, guys. I think I only got like 20 more minutes before Stella comes on. If you guys don't know, if any of the mods can link her, Stella from can't talk. Stella's Knife Obsession. Stella is about to come on. She does her lives usually on Sundays around, I think 5:25 is when she comes on. Maybe 5:15 or 5:30. I'm not 100% on that. But I try to watch her every Sunday. So I'm trying to get through this one so I don't screw that up and miss Stella. Not that I would take anything away from her. I mean, Stella's got a lot of people that watch her. She's a pretty cool lady. She's got some cool content. Cool, nice stuff. This, I think. We're gonna have to go up or down a little bit, maybe. I have to go down. That might even be more than a 17 degrees. It's taking all the Sharpie off. There you go. Thank you. Appreciate that, Gons. And also Logan B. Stella's Knife Obsession. If you're not subscribed to her, she's an awesome lady. Got a cool channel. Go check her out. I would call her Miss Stella, but she'd probably slap me upside my head. Where the hell did I put my angle finder at? There it is. A Griffin Company Scout F3. That's awesome, man. Hell yeah. Good one. I haven't got to try that one yet. I mean, from everything I've heard from all the big channels that review stuff, like some people that might happen to still be watching, Nees, MC. I think Metal Complex might have had. Maybe I watched him review that knife. I'm not sure. Maybe not. I'd be thinking about a totally different knife. Alright, I got a 17.8 on that, which is good. I'm not trying to reprofile this thing at all. So, I'm going to skip down, take the 600 out, go down to 140, start over with the 140, we'll go from there. Jason Carl, I don't know if I said hey to you, buddy, but how you doing? Thanks for watching. Carry my Microtech Scarab 2 Gen 3 in the Elementum today. Hell yeah, man. You like that Gen 3? I know one thing, dude. That Gen 3 Combat Trudon that Eddie's got is easier to open and close than a regular Ultratech. Hell, it's probably easier to open and close than a UTX 75, which really surprised the hell out of me, man. I really like Microtech's new drive system they've got. It makes it really nice, you know, it's really smooth. The Zero Blade Play when they got coming out, it's going to be really cool. I've been trying to get Eddie to let me use his, or let me trade him the Trudon, get him to trade me this, man. He sent it to me to take a look at. Awesome knife, man. But that new drive system they've got on there, man, you can sit there and click it all day. It's crazy. It's insane how smooth it is. It really is. It's almost like he took a page out of his son's book with the Heretic knives. You know, this is a Heretic Manicore X. And I've always found this one a hell of a lot smoother and easier to open and close. But see, like this one, even this one, still, you know, not quite as smooth as the, not quite as smooth as that Combat Trudon Gen 3, man. Those Gen 3s are nuts. Mr. Eddie's Rosie. I got it right here. This is it. Oz Machine Company Roosevelt. Beautiful knife. Gorgeous knife. Unfortunately, it's going back to Mr. Eddie. But yeah, this is an awesome knife. Super smooth, awesome, amazing knife. He said just send it to you. I might need something in writing there, buddy, on that. I mean, I know we're friends and everything. I like to say that I would trust everyone in here, but I don't think I'm sending that Roosevelt to anybody except for Mr. Eddie. If anybody steals that Roosevelt, it's going to be me. I carried it around the house yesterday a little bit. Kind of scared to mess it up, to be honest with you. That was a very nice knife. Alright. Burger. Yep. It's my one and only Grail, says God. The Roosevelt. Yeah, it is definitely a true Grail knife for me. I mean, I know everyone says Grail an awful lot nowadays, but if there's one knife that term would pertain to, that would definitely be it. I've actually got what I would consider really 3 Grail knives in my possession right now that Mr. Eddie's let me borrow. One of them being the Roosevelt, the other one being the Strider. I've always wanted an SNG, especially that exact kind, and the last one being that Blaurock, man. I love that one, the Blaurock blades. It's a beautiful knife, awesome knife. The guy makes them in his garage. You know, just him. It's crazy, the quality that goes into that very small batch German made knife. Robo, what's up, buddy? I have a very nice knife. It's an assisted open. It's called Smithsonian and Wesson Oil or something like that. That's funny. I got some assisted opening. I got a couple Smith & Wessons, I think. I believe. They're like the ones that look like the old school kind. I'm a little basic with my Grail. I want a PM2 Tonto and M4. Those are awesome too, man. From what I've seen, I'd love to have one of those as well. Made some sausage balls, and they're amazing. I do say so myself. How'd you make them, guys? How'd you make them there sausage balls? Afraid your balls might give me indigestion. Funny. You guys. Burr. Flip her over. Eddie has one, but I don't think it's an M4. You're talking about the PM2 Tonto, Logan? Hot sausage, mild cheddar, and Bisquick. Put them together and rolled into balls and cooked for 20 minutes. At did you say 350? Yeah. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I never tried that. What's up, Brandon Meyer? Welcome to the shit show. Thanks for coming. Brandon Meyer, how does the KME handle clamping Spydercos like the PM2? Awesome, man. It works good. Works pretty good with them, I think, anyway. You just got to clamp it the right way. You know, basically, when you're looking at setting something with a KME, from what I've seen, what I get out of it anyway, is you're trying to make this curve. If you've got a curve, I mean, if you don't have a curve in your edge, you know, if you got like a Warncliffe, something with a straight edge, you got it made. You know, you're just trying to make it parallel as you can with these two lines, right? And centered up. So how this is cocked back, how I've got it kind of pulled back a little bit, you know, that's kind of how you want it right there. As a matter of fact, I could probably push this back a little bit more than what it is, and it would be good too. But yeah, for a leaf-shaped blade, paramilitary 2, shaman, whatever, it'll work too. It'll do that just fine too. Alright, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Flip her over. And I'll do 1, 2, 3. Alright. Flip it back. I'm going to go to 600 and that'll be it. I'm cutting into Stella's time, I think. 600 grit. D2 also just like the Civivi Elementum I just sharpened. Gonna finish it at 600 grit. The PM2 wobble and the clamp, hold on. I have to use shims with my work sharp. Not really. I mean, I haven't had any issues with it. Wobbling in the clamp, Brandon Miller. Give me a second. Let me get done with this one. I'll put one in there. It's been a while since I've sharpened a PM2 in the KME. Burr on it. Yep. Flip her over. Should have put the stop on there. Why'd y'all let me forget that? Alright. Burr. Flip her over. 9 minutes. 1, 2, 3. Flip them over. 1, 2, 3. You don't want to scratch that thing? Yeah, right. You ain't lying, Logan. It is scratch the hell and back. Alright. Taking it out. Wipe it off. Let's get the metal off of there. And just like the Elementum, I'll probably have to strop it. I don't have enough time to do that right now without jacking with Stella at start time. Do not mess with Stella, I can tell you that. Lady will whip my ass. She probably wouldn't care. I'm just talking shit. Evening, TKE, Logan, Brandon. What's up, Brashear Beer? How's it going, buddy? Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Whoop. Yep. I think I was grabbing it right there towards the, more towards the base of it whenever I chopped it those last couple times, but it is slicey. Robo says your little workstation's pretty cool. Sure beats throwing a towel on a already cluttered desk and doing it. Yeah, I got it set up here in the garage. You know, Cole's let me use her garage. It's really nice of her. So you were talking about real quick before we go, the PM2. PM2, you set in the clamp, and I'm trying to get this curved line as parallel as you can to these two lines right here that are in the jaws, while also getting this centered up. Now, one thing that's helped me kind of center stuff up is I took the Dremel and I put a little dot right there on the center of the jaws. Like I marked it, put a dot, you know. So I kind of automatically know what I'm looking at as far as being centered up. But kind of right about there, you know, that works pretty good for the PM2, right? Might want to bend it a little bit, maybe look about like that. But if you tighten down on it really good on these, if you screw this down, like not all the way, but you know, get it about like there, you know, where you got a little bit of thread poking out, You know, make sure it's oiled up really good. You know, grab this, tighten the hell out of that when you got this set how you want it to be. Make sure you got some 3-in-1 oil in there, you know. Make sure everything's oiled, the spring, this, you know, even this, the angle, you know, the thing your slide rod goes in. Make sure you got plenty of oil, but set about like that, clamp down tight, you know. I have no issues. I have had 0 issues with the KME. For the PM2 now, like a larger knife, yeah, I've had issues. That's why I bought the TS Prof. You know, for like kitchen knives, bowie knives, hunting knives, camping knives, whatever, larger knives in general. But does Cole have a sister that's into one-leg dudes with no money? No, unfortunately not, Robo. My workshop is my coffee table. That works. Hey, whatever works, Neil. I use the Nees method. I push a knife through a pulled-through sharpener. That's a good way to see if he's still listening. He loves them pull-through sharpeners. Spyderco Nice. Thanks. Appreciate that, Brent Sweetland. Thanks for coming, too. But yeah, works pretty good on that. Now I got a sharp Sharpening the Elementum. I got a strop, and I got to strop this one too. This is Ontario Knives Rat Model 2. Get a little stropping action on them, and then I'm gonna call it a day on here. Probably do that while I listen to Stella. So if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button to my channel as well. You know, of course, I appreciate all the subscribers I can get. But also, go check out Stella, man. She should be live right about now. And she does a good live, you know. Go check her out. Good lady. Good lady, cool live. Got a really extensive knife collection. A lot of cool stuff. Speaking of, right at the end, swoops Mr. Eddie. I didn't know my channel was live. I think Robo was asking if you got a Cole Robo was asking if you got any sisters that like one-legged guys with no money. Way better than my work sharp. I've stripped out plastic nut on the work. The work sharp's pretty good, you know, but the KME to me, you know, would be the next step going up. You know, I mean, work sharp. I get a knife pretty sharp, you know, and I'm not trying to sit here and crap on the work sharp. The work sharp's a good system, you know, especially for the money. All right, Chris Warris, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Thanks for showing up. And anybody that's still here, go check out Stella's Knife Obsession. They linked it earlier in the chat. She's going live right now. She goes live every Sunday, I think, around this time, around 5:30, unless something's going on, you know. But definitely go check her channel out. Just trying to pick stuff up on the table here before I log off. What about Pudgy work brand of crappy self-esteem? Now, Robo, don't sell yourself short. Just God says just throws his knives away. Mr. Eddie buys so many knives that he never gets one dull. I was showing everybody Stephen Weigel, Lanyard Band's MSI that I changed the scales out on. I think it looks pretty good, man. The brass handle scales on the MSI. Beautiful knife. And those scales really make it pop, man. The OG goat, those are OG goat brass scales. Brought it up to 10 ounces, which is crazy. So, I think that's it for today. I appreciate everyone. Thank y'all for watching me ramble and sharpen a couple knives and hang out on this Sunday evening. Hope everyone has a good rest of their Sunday. Thanks to all the members, everybody that's donated memberships, which I think one member joined, I believe, right? Major joined. I appreciate that. And thanks to everyone watching, man. As always, you guys are awesome. All right, Brandon, you have a good one too, buddy. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Weldon Carey, swooping in at the last minute. Always late. Hey, join the club, man. Got your stickers headed out tomorrow, I believe, Weldon Carey, along with the giveaway win. All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna get off of here. Y'all go check out Stella's Knife Obsession. She was linked earlier in the chat. You can just scroll back up if you wanna see it there. Awesome channel. I'm about to go over there. Probably gonna listen to her for a little bit while I do some other random shit here, like strop these two knives. Appreciate you guys coming, and hope you have a good rest of your weekend. And have a good week, man. I'll see you guys later.